Last week on our Tesla series, I raced a Polaris Slingshot against a Tesla Model S with Ludicrous Plus mode, and if I'm being honest, the Polaris was a little bit slow in that race. But this week I brought something much faster, the Range Rover Sport SVR, and I'm racing it against, well, another Tesla, but one you're probably not expecting. And what's that, Tesla Dad?
Ta-da! There it is, guys. We have our Thrifty 3 Model 3 back. We picked it up from the shop, and I am over the moon to be able to, once again, make videos and drive the Model 3. Now, Tommy, before we get to that drag race, we need to address three big questions that you guys have had regarding the repair process. And let's call it an adventure, because it has been an adventure. It's been a 3-month-long adventure to get it fixed. So, shall we start with number 3?
Yep.
Oh my God! Yeah, now, does Ludicrous mode cost more to do?
Yeah, so the way they normally do it is it's
Yeah.
$20,000 more to get Ludicrous mode added on to the performance. So there's the base model it has now, they all have, the X and the S all have all-wheel drive.
Believe it or not, guys, after last week's video, Tesla actually contacted us, which brings me to the number 3 comment that you've had in this series, and believe me, there have been tens of thousands of comments, and that is that we should have taken it to a Tesla service facility, not just a Tesla certified facility. And keep in mind, guys, that we didn't have a lot of choice as to where to bring it. A lot of you felt that this 3-month adventure of a repair would have been done much faster if we had just taken it to the local Tesla service facility in Littleton, Colorado, basically where we bought this. And the problem is, well, Tommy, why don't you explain?
Tesla actually only has 3 facilities that do major body damage repair, and 2 of them are in California, and 1 of them is in Illinois. And of course, we're in Colorado. So we took this Tesla, like most of you guys do, to a Tesla certified body shop, Rickenbaugh Collision, because this was a collision center that works well with State Farm Insurance. They have great reviews online, and they were the ones that were going to be in charge of fixing our damage. Now, of course, the Tesla Service Center in Littleton, they're not suited to do this kind of major repair with bumpers and panels and lights. So we took it to Rickenbaugh, and let's see how they did on the repair.
Well, there you have it, guys. Is it factory fresh? I'll let Tommy answer that in a second, but let's go over what was damaged and what was repaired. Basically, this was damaged, 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 and the stuff underneath, at least the stuff that is non-functional in terms of the powertrain, was also somewhat damaged. So the things that weren't damaged includes the motor that actually runs the wheels, the batteries that are in the chassis, the rails that hold the batteries, you know, the stuff that actually makes the car go. None of that was damaged. However, what to us looked like relatively minor damage ended up costing us over $10,000. Well, actually ended up costing us $500, which was a deductible that we had to pay. State Farm paid the rest. So the second biggest question that is probably on your mind is, did Rickenbaugh do a good job? Tommy, why don't you take it from here?
So I'm actually going to start by examining the front of the car, because this is the bit that was, done by Tesla. So let's see how the Tesla paint quality looks compared to the Rickenbaugh paint quality. So, of course, we've got this gray Model 3. You get this nice kind of flake in the finish. We get to the rear door, matches the front door as it should. And then, of course, you get to the rear quarter panel, which is replaced. And actually, I think it looks super good. In terms of paint match, it's pretty much spot on. But then, of course, we have to talk about the panel gaps, because they replaced the trunk, they replaced the quarter panel. Let's see if they got it to all line up well. Well, it's pretty good here along the trunk. It gets a little bit narrow toward the back, but nothing really sticks out beyond where it should. I wonder if the charge port opens. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, charge port opens exactly like it should. So this looks like it's all been replaced. Then, of course, coming around here, got brand new taillight housings here and our new trunk. And that fits all quite nice. And once again, the paint finish on the rear end is also really great. So there's a lot of luster in it. They had to replace the rear glass. That's all in there like it should. Of course, they remembered all the badging, so we got the Tesla T, we've got the dual motor alongside. And how about on this side, because the trunk was replaced? Yeah, actually that looks really good as well. Now, new trunk, how does it open and close? Yep, it's all like it should. And take a look in here. Yeah, I mean, I think all in all, they did a really pretty good job. They actually cleaned it up super well as well, so it's nice and shiny. It does, however, smell quite strongly of strawberries, which my dad is incredibly grumpy about. But other than that, it looks pretty much good as new. Keep in mind, it is a Tesla, so some of the panel gaps weren't all that brilliant to begin with, and they certainly look pretty good.
And that leaves us the number one and biggest question of all. Why did it take almost 3 months to get this car repaired? And the answer is, well, let me show you. Having talked both to Rickenbaugh and Tesla, they all kind of went and did that. So Tesla said that it took Rickenbaugh too long, that the parts ordering process was not ideal, and basically Rickenbaugh said the same thing about Tesla. And which one is right? We really have no way of determining. The one thing that we do know is, because a lot of you watch this series, we probably did get we definitely got preferential treatment from both Rickenbaugh and Tesla. And so take that into account when you're watching this video. But quite frankly, guys, I am sick of making videos about the Tesla Model 3 repair process. I am extremely excited to go back to making videos about what it's like to live with an electric car. So let's go do it, and let's do this drag race. Good God, this has been a long time. Tommy, get in that thing and let's go drag racing.
That blue beast behind me is the new Range Rover Sport SVR, and what you need to know is it's the fastest Land Rover Range Rover ever. It's got a 5-liter supercharged V8 with 575 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. And it's also very heavy and has some of the biggest performance tires I have ever seen ever.
So guys, keep in mind that this is not the performance version of the Model 3. This is a dual motor, which is nevertheless still 0 to 60 in well under 5 seconds. The thing that I do have, which he doesn't have, is instantaneous torque, which makes electric cars, at least in a straight line, very hard to beat. You know, last week I got to do this in Model S with Ludicrous Plus mode. So I got a feeling that today this is going to seem slow.
Range Rover Sport SVR, I've got a buttload of horsepower. And even though they've really added a lot of carbon bits like the carbon fiber hood, I'm still pretty heavy. So
hey guys, do you own a Tesla Model 3 and a Range Rover Sport SVR? Well, if you do, you too can take it to IMI Motorsports and compare it to the kind of times we're getting. Or you can bring your motorcycle over here, or you can go karting over here. All that is doable just by clicking on the link below. Check out imimotorsports.com. Here we go. Oh, it's close. Oh, it's close.
oh, good start. Oh, but my dad just took off.
That was close.
Not really.
Well, we were kind of neck and neck initially.
The start was close, I'll give you that one.
And then what happened? You shifted. I don't have to shift.
Yeah, I think like once, especially on the Model 3, once that torque curve really hits,
Yeah.
at like 25, it just takes off.
Yeah, you had to shift. There's no shifting in this.
No, there isn't.
I was watching you in the rearview mirror, and then I looked down, and actually my little blind spot warning picked you up, so I knew I knew that you were in my rearview mirror.
That's funny, but you can't do this.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah. If you're gonna burn dinosaurs, might as well make it sound like that.
Yeah, might as well make it sound like you're burning big-ass dinosaurs. All right, Tommy, how much does that Range Rover cost? cost.
Yeah, so it's over 130 grand for the SVR model.
And that Model 3 was what, about 50,000 plus something?
Yeah,
so
52.
Yeah, they really don't compete, but there is a car that directly competes with that car, and it's over there.
Yeah, so that's the brand new G20 BMW 3 Series.
So coming up next week on the Thrifty 3 Series, we're going to compare, contrast, and what do you say, drag race, the old king of the luxury entry-level sedan segment to the new king, literally the new king. So be sure to stay tuned for that. As always, Tommy, this is Roman.
And Tommy, go back to tflcar.com for more weird SUV versus electric car drag races.
It's just fun. Come on, it's fun. You have to admit, it's a lot of fun.